Okay, the first thing we want to do if we want to begin the process of moving your WordPress installation from one server to a new server, whether it's a new host or just a new server within your existing host, is you want to go ahead and get the Duplicator plugin. And you do that by going to the Add Plugins section of your WordPress site and just do a quick search for Duplicator and hit enter. And then you'll see it should be the first one that comes up, and you can see I already have it installed. But if you didn't have it installed already, you would go ahead and click install, just like any plugin. And then once you have it installed, I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so at this point we have the Duplicator plugin installed, and to get to this screen I simply clicked on Duplicator in the sidebar. Once you activate it, you'll see it in your sidebar of your WordPress admin area. And the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on Create New. And it'll take you to this screen, and you'll see if there's any issues. It'll give you an error message here, but as you can see, the requirements that it needs to back up my particular site are all good. So once you have that, the go ahead to keep going, you just scroll down and click on Next. And now, as you can see, it's scanning the site to see what information it needs to package up. As you can see, I did get a warning. Some of these warning signs you can ignore. Sometimes total size. If you have a lot of large files, it will give you that warning. But most of the time when you see these warnings, you can usually ignore them. A lot of times these, especially the size ones, have to do with whether the new host or the new server that you're moving to will allow the server to the resources to be used to process large files. So if that's not if it becomes an issue, then you can just remove some of the bigger files directly and then just re-upload them if you need them on your new website after you've done the install. So, and again, this is a great way to continually back up your WordPress site as well with the Duplicator, because it archives your whole website, so you can use it not only to move a site, but you can also use it to continually back up your site, which is always a good idea. And you can see that warning status was detected. I'm just going to go ahead and click that and override it so I can click on the build button. So now let's build the install package. Okay, so once the build is complete, you'll see this build status, package completed information come up. And then what you're going to want to do is click on, you can either download all the packages together, or you click on installer and it'll ask you to download the installer PHP file. So you go ahead and download that to your local machine. And same thing with the archive, and just go ahead and download that to your machine, which I've already done. So we're just going to move on to the next step. Okay, so after we have backed up our website using the Duplicator plugin, you're going to end up with two files that you're going to want to upload to your host, and those files are the installer PHP, and then you're also going to want to look for the package that was zipped up. And in my case, I actually have two packages, but this is the one that I just created, and you simply want to drag them over into your upload side of your FTP software. In this case, I'm using FileZilla, which is a free FTP software you can download. If you do a search for FileZilla, should be able to find it no problem. So anyway, once these files are completely uploaded, then the next step is that we navigate to this installer file directly on your domain. So we'll do that now. Okay, so here's the final step in the process. What you're going to want to do after you have uploaded the zipped file and the installer .php file to the new server where your site is being moved to, you're going to want to navigate to the installer.php using your full domain name. So your domain name.com/installer.php, and then you're going to want to use the create new database, and in most cases you won't have to change the host. It will be localhost. For the server I use, it actually has a different name, but for 99% of the people out there, it will be localhost. So you want to add your existing database name of the WordPress installation that you're moving to your new to this new location, and then you want to add your username and your password, and then click on test connection. Okay, so I have all my information entered that's required for me to go ahead and test the connection on my new server. And again, you're going to want to use your existing database name and password, and click on create new database, because if you choose this one, it will remove all the data that's currently in your database that was zipped up in the archive package. So you really don't want to do that. So just click on test connection, and you can see it says success. And once that is the case, you can just go ahead and hit run deployment and confirm that you're happy with the settings and everything looks good, and click OK. And now it's just going through the process of unzipping the package and installing everything on your existing domain, but on a new server for your WordPress site. So I hope this little tutorial was helpful, and best of luck moving your WordPress site.